Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and I am fired up here today because today we're going to talk about the number one reason, at least in my opinion, the number one reason why more people don't get more paid speaking engagements. Because I got to tell you, when I first got started, and even several years afterwards, I had a devil of a time trying to get a consistent flow of paid speaking gigs. You know, I would go out and I would be speaking and, you know, pretty much all of it was for free. And that was fine. As a coach, I was using it as a way to be able to get clients and do all of that good stuff. But I'll tell you, I kind of got in there and I was doing one of these engagements. And afterwards, I stepped back. I was like, you know, like I could really be getting paid to do this. And that would really be nice if I could get paid to speak and get a check for something that I already do and I'm already passionate about. I knew that I had good stuff. I knew that other people were doing it. I saw that. But the problem was I had no idea where to start. You know, it's like, where are these engagements? Who do I need to call? Is there a list or something? You know, is it just corporations or maybe there's some other ways that I can get paid to speak? What should I charge? How should I negotiate with these folks? I mean, just a whole host of questions that came up that, quite frankly, just stymied me. I gave up. I just stopped because it was just too much, too overwhelming. I was trying to run my coaching practice. I could not figure it out. Well, fortunately, I picked it back up again. I started talking with some friends. I did a ton of research, started talking with some buyers as well, some people who are already in the industry, did a ton more research, and fast forward to today, and listen, I am going out there, I am getting paid speaking engagements, and one of the things that you want to be doing if you want to be like me and getting more paid speaking engagements, and this brings us to our conversation here today, the number one thing that can help you get more paid speaking engagements and why people aren't doing that, is you have to become more visible. All right, this was a big lesson learned for me, and just hear me out so you can hear how this goes. When you take a look at the market in terms of paid speaking in general, and I'm going to talk here in the United States just because that's where I live and obviously it's a market I'm familiar with, but I'm sure it's other countries as well. When you take a look at the market, what you have is a variety of places where you can speak. You have corporations, conferences, conventions, things like that. Well, here's the thing. When you talk about these annual events, whether they're sales conventions or business expos or, you know, whatever, company trainings, the planners, the program chairs, they are constantly looking for new speakers, and more importantly, new speakers that they can trust to come to their annual events. All right, so that was one of the biggest misconceptions. I thought, oh, well, it's just this rotation of speakers that goes around and does some of it, and that's part of it, yes. But they are constantly looking for new folks. Why? Because they don't want their constituency, their audience, if they just keep having the same person come year after year after year after year, it's going to look like they, as the program people, aren't doing their job in terms of bringing in new talent. So every convention, every conference, every annual event has to have, you know, a new slate of speakers in every single time. Therefore, meeting planners, program folks, they are looking for good, competent, trustworthy people who can actually deliver a message and energize their audience. And the only reason that they're not working with you or me or somebody like that is because we are not visible. Right? Now, for me, I changed that, right? I got into action, did a whole bunch of stuff in terms of getting more visible. I got a clear, consistent marketing message that helped shape my messaging. Before, I kind of had a lot of stuff that was out there and it just really wasn't clear what I brought to the table in terms of as a speaker. I got organized on that. I started blogging more. I started doing videos more, but not just hodgepodge stuff. I really got focused on promoting my speaking business and getting clear of what it is that I could deliver to the table and how, as meeting planners and program folks and conference chairs, they could trust me to bring in a message and to energize their audience and to move them from where they are to where they need to be. So the question is, why is it that you can't do the same? All right. And that's the number one reason why most people aren't getting paid to speak. They're not visible. They haven't made themselves visible to their prospective buyers so that those people can hire them to come in. Now, It's not just, that's a simplified form. It's not just, let's go out and, I don't know, be more visible and do more videos and stuff like that. There's definitely some do's and don'ts, and we can talk about that some more. But the number one reason for doing that and why more people don't get more paid speaking engagements is because the people who are hiring you simply don't know, which is counterintuitive because most people think that it's because that there's not a need or demand. There's plenty of demand. It's just that they don't know that you exist. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's something that you can see yourself doing. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.